Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are about to play our doubles finals for 2019. So the doubles finals is played over 4 games. It will be drop your worst and then it's your average score across your 3 best games. Just to let you know guys, we will be going radio silent in between games as the players will be right behind us, and we obviously don't want to give away any information about how teams are going. So here we go guys, from the beginning we've got Rogue and Dan and Link have taken the 3 early bases of the game, which is very typical so far of these doubles games today. We do see those 3 early bases go down, and then there's a bit of more of a feeling out process for the remainder of the games.
So, what's your early tip? You guys in the chat there, you guys that are watching us home, watching us live from outside the center or from wherever you are, you think, please put your tips into the chat now so that we can see. So in this game and in all of our final games, we'll run through the teams. We've got Link and Lakio, Four Eyes and Dark Passion, Rogue and Hybrid, Dan and Gunner, Wooldot Falcon, Husky Wax, Potato and Stalker, Gustus and Bakura. You'll be seeing those names a lot over the next hour or so, a bit less than an hour of ZLTAC.
Absolutely. And just one more reminder, guys, to all of our competition players and even viewers at home, please refrain from any form of communication to our finalists as well via text or social media or anything like that. If they are caught looking at a phone in between games, they will be ejected. This is very, very serious. So please, it's just easier if you communicate with them after the 4 games.
Wait until you've seen the results come up, because they will be held for the results. We have a presentation set up, which we are doing, so we will be finding out the winners immediately after this. Please hold your applause until after that before mentioning them.
Absolutely. So right away, Link and Lakio, they've just really put the foot down and they have solidified their lead. They had a bit of a rough trot in round 3, I should say. Yeah, and you know, they had a bit of a target on their back, but they bounced back really hard in Repechage 3, and they're just off to a great start straight away.
Wax on red there, taking that base with Husky, both of the two Wolfpack boys securing the inside of the red there and holding it off there. They may be able to take, one of the blues, I think it was, ran through and shot them out. I think that was Four Eyes. There's a lot of action at red. There's always, I love doubles. Doubles is so chaotic, but it's such a fun format.
Potato and Hybrid exchange bases.
So we're seeing 4 teams have jumped out. So we've got 1 team on 3 bases and 3 other teams sitting on 3 bases. But even as it is, there's 2,000 pack point difference between Rogue and Hybrid and Dan and Gunner.
Yeah, it's very, very close at the moment.
Sitting on 0 points.
Link going for his second base of the game and secures that one. Doesn't look like there's actually a lot of action happening in that green base at the moment as well.
Yeah, standing there, it doesn't look like he's shooting at anyone at all inside the green. Falcon on green. Takes that empty. Man, getting an
Husky
base.
Getting denied by Potato.
Getting empty bases in a grand final. Wow, how lucky can you be?
That green base is still empty. There's just no one in it at the moment.
All the action's at red.
All the action's at red.
All of the players are red.
Falcon going for blue.
Taking that from that sneak spot around the outside.
Oh, denied.
Shot in the back by Lakio.
And Falcon actually picking up his base during that exchange as well. We do have, by the looks of it, one of the red team inside of our green base at the moment.
Hemu is asking, are there any surprise doubles that made it to the finals? Frankly, no. No, they're all good. I tell you what, we had a bit of a heart attack earlier on where we thought one of the best doubles teams might not make it through, which is Four Eyes and Dark Passion. They got one more chance in Repechage 3, and they've made it through convincingly. So well done to those boys, as Husky actually has changed his pack. Of course, Four Eyes and Dark Passions were our grand champions for doubles last time we were here in Queensland, Brisbane 2016.
Absolutely. And they've been playing doubles together for quite some time as well. So they've got to be one of the favorites to win this. But Potato and Stalker are actually really starting to put the foot down now. They want to take a championship in their home arena before they get to the team's finals. Lincoln Lakeo, though, Lakeo really wants to put a second title to his name. So this will be really interesting. And obviously we've got Wax and Husky in there. They want to represent Wolfpack well, and they want to take a championship as Husky takes his first base of the game.
Potato and Stalker right up to the biggest pack lead of the game as well. Lincoln Lakeo over 2,000 points behind them with the same number of bases there. Hybrid getting one shot denied there by Wax, and Husky picking up the red.
Link is going for green. Husky gets red, and Link gets green.
So Lincoln Lakeo sitting on 5 bases at just about the halfway point of the game. They've got to be feeling good about that. Any game that you are coming out and getting 6 bases in, especially early, that you're able to get pack points for, you've got to be feeling good about that. But Potato and Stalker, they could be, if they get their 2 remaining bases, they'll be taking out this game.
Absolutely. I mean, Potato and Stalker, I mean, they were ecstatic that they made the finals. You know, this will be the first finals that they get to play. So it's actually a really good learning curve for these guys. Made a lot more comfortable by the fact that it's in a very familiar arena here at home. As Wax gets 2-shot denied by Gus. And then I believe that was Stalker that got the next base there.
A green base, I think it was.
Looks like Falcon and Walder are over in red at the moment. Four Eyes is in blue, Husky's in green. Four Eyes takes and Husky takes.
Bases are just going off left, right, and center here. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about the doubles format as well, is that it is such an aggressive format, but you can be so controlled about it as well. You know, you get your best attackers in there playing together, and it's very different to having the 5-man teams where you've got, you know, up to 10 people, typically not that many there. There are 14 other people in that arena there that are fighting for that same base as you, but you also don't need to be defending it. You just need to make sure that you are getting yourself through those bases.
Absolutely. As Waldo gets denied and Gustus steals a base off him.
Wax!
That was Dan,
who is picking up the base on the rebound.
Yes.
Dan takes that green.
That's actually really good for that pink team because they have been lagging behind a lot at the moment. They really need to start making a move. And there is Landstalker, gets his 6th base for red team, and they are just going to pack point out the rest of the game. And look at the points difference between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Oh, straight away, Potato denying Lakeo. They want to be out to a fantastic start.
This is going to be a huge game from Potato and Stalker there. Currently sitting 1st and 2nd place in the game. Now, I do want to highlight Dan on the pink team is currently sitting in 3rd place of the game, having got his 3 bases.
Oh.
Gunner, unfortunately, sitting last behind the changed pack with no bases there. So unlucky for Gunner. It's going to be really hard for him to pick up all 3 bases here in the last minute and a half.
Gunner being absolutely pasted. He's received 36 tags, and that's not going to help. But Lakeo grabbing a 2-shot deny on him.
What base is it that Lakeo needs? Is it the red base? It must be if he's hanging around there so far. Unless he's done a Lakeo.
Unless he's done a Lakeo and forgotten what base he needs.
Yeah, that would be absolutely heartbreaking there because the players do not get to see what their scores are between games. So they are having to track and count exactly what their base count is. And that's by far the most important thing to be tracking on there. You just want to be making sure you're getting 6 bases consistently there if you do want to have that chance of winning. But even 5 bases, we're currently
Gunner! Gunner getting denied there by Stalker.
Wow.
Gunner is not having a great game, and it's probably best that Gunner does not see this score because he is being absolutely pasted at the moment.
Well, fortunately for these guys, the teams do have a drop game. So the teams will be playing 4 games. This is the first of 4 games, and they will only be counting the average score across their 3 best games. So their worst game score will not count.
Which is good news for Gunner.
Yeah, unfortunately that is their team score, not their player score. So Dan's 13k, you know, which is a really good score.
Yeah. Hemo in the chat asking, is changing the pack up to the players or does the referee get involved? It could be both. So a referee can instruct a player to change a pack if the referee identifies that the pack is invincible and can't be shot. But a player can also opt to change a pack as well. So I dare say in the instance of Husky would have opted to change the pack himself.
Someone getting time denied there at the end of that game as well.
All right, guys.
Missed who it was.
So we do need to go radio silent quickly, but it's Potato and Stalker off to a very early lead here.
We are back. All of the players are heading up into the arena now for the second game.
All right, so the interesting thing about this game is, has Lakio done a Lakio and forgotten a base? Because there was quite a long time in between all their base hits and Lakio just needing one more base, so it is a possibility.
They did finish out their 5th base about halfway through the game as well.
So
they had a long time to fight for that base.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
so
having said that, that could have been the red base. They were there for a very long time at the end of the game there. Lakio did get tagged quite a few times there and put up a number of denials on it as well. But they might have been fighting for it right up until that very end there.
Yeah, absolutely. Carrot Man in the Twitch says, say hi to Wolfpack. I will. Hi, Wolfpack. I believe that's Spin. Cool. I've said hi to one of them for you. I'm sure he'll relay the message. And here we go.
Game 2 begins.
So the players will change colours during this as well. So you don't wear the same colour each game.
Each of the teams is allocated one of the colours randomly. I believe it does change for each of the 4 games, so they shouldn't play the same colour, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
And there are those 3 quick bases, and Gunnar, in the first 20 seconds, has already got a higher score than the entirety of his first game.
Well, he got a base there that he wasn't.
He needed that.
Yeah.
He needed that very, very quickly. So we're just having a look over at green base at the moment. Looks like lots of action happening over at green. So that's Potato and Stalker just getting tagged out there.
Dan getting inside there.
That looks like that's a Dark Passion inside that box. Oh, gets tagged out.
Shots on there from...
That's Waldot. No, Waldot gets denied.
Wow, there's just so much...
Falcon getting denied as well. And I believe Wax got denied. Gustus getting a term. Rogue getting denied by Dan. Dan going for green now. Dan getting denied by Falcon.
Wow, everything's going on here. This is
Bakura going for green.
That. Finally, the green base goes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Have a look at the worm, guys. That's just ridiculous. Look at all
incredible.
that. That's just the rubbish.
What we missed out during that was that Stalker, I believe it was, and Lakio picking up the other 2 bases. And here we see Link picking up a red base as well. Wax taking up a blue.
So just blue and yellow teams now waiting to open their account. Unfortunately, orange and cyan a bit behind on pack points at the moment. Unfortunately, they're in a deficit. Dan going for base. Dan secures.
Picks it up from that box position there. We're seeing a lot of people who are actually successfully getting it and taking it from their box position there, because you can give yourself a little bit more of a chance to hide from the other doors. They're less sure that they are able to find that base there, because it's often you're seeing players shooting from that 7 spot there, where you can see the player standing tall, watching from that door there. But ducking down inside that box there, you've got that just slight half second or so extra where the players are looking for you, and that little bit of cover from the other side of the base where you didn't just clear out yourself.
No, absolutely. The chat says Drake, speak up.
Yeah, I was whispering at that stage.
We're trying not to project our voices too much because of the potential of players possibly hearing us.
We just wanted to make sure until the game had actually started and the players were 100% inside the arena there before we actually started talking about
yes, Hemu, I am just a loud person as well. As we have a look over at red base, it looks like 4 Eyes and Dark Passion have set themselves up in red. 4 Eyes is going for... No, actually, sorry. That's Pink Team. That's Bakura and Gustus. 4 Eyes was over in blue. It's so hard to tell the difference between those 2 colours.
And we do see the 2 pinks holding inside red base. Hybrid just attempting to put shots in there, but the base must not have been up there. He may have been clear.
It looks like Potato and Stalker over in green base at the moment as well. As Gustus and Lakio look to exchange bases, and they both do.
Am I sounding a lot better now, you guys in the chat? He's still saying some that I was a little bit quiet during the games. So hopefully things are a little bit better now as well. Husky on blue base, picking up his first base of the game, putting him up there from his negative score that he was sitting on before there.
Very uncharacteristic of Husky. You don't see very often that Husky gets a base and is on under that 3,000 point mark.
You don't often, very often see Husky being denied.
No, not at all. So it looks like the Wolfpack boys in a little bit of trouble here as Link gets one shot denied by Potato.
Potato and Stalker
at the moment,
massive pack lead.
Potato and Stalker are really your favourites to take out this doubles competition as Stalker picks up his final base of the game. Bakura denying Wooldot.
So we have a look at what's happening on blue base here. We can see 4 teams currently there at blue base. There's 8 teams in the arena at once.
Whoa, look at that congestion outside the front door of blue.
Typically, you want to be seeing 2 teams or 3 teams at a base. When you're seeing 4 or 5 teams, as we might be seeing now at blue, that means that there are potentially teams getting other bases empty, undefended as well.
No, absolutely. So for people at home who might not be aware, that corridor that you saw the players walking to the right of the screen, that's a direct corridor to the front door of green base as well. So we expect to see a lot of people over at green as Wooldot secures the blue base from the inside.
And that's the other thing about doubles as well, is that there's no one there.
Yeah.
We just saw 5 teams there, and then because everyone saw 5 teams there, they're like, I don't want to fight 5 teams, so 4 of the teams left.
Absolutely.
Only the one team ended up staying there, and they managed to secure it cleanly.
Absolutely. So right now, Lakio and Link actually making really good moves at the moment, trying to push themselves up into second place. But Potato and Stalker are just holding their lead at the moment.
Potato and Stalker have finished their 6 bases, and they are setting up inside red base.
They are inside red base. They don't want other teams to get red.
That is brilliant.
But in saying that, Huskies come in and taking them all out. Husky and Wax have now set themselves up inside red. What'll be very smart for those boys, for Potato and Stalker, is just not to contest that red base, to go somewhere else to find easier pack points. As Wooldot and Falcon start contesting and fighting over red, but they are desperate for bases right now.
See, I actually disagree. I actually think that if Potato and Stalker are able to lock down one of the bases and make sure that very few other people are actually destroying it, then they could hold onto this 2 base advantage that they've got. If the other teams aren't able to finish out their 6 bases, then they may take a massive lead going into this. They're already 6,000 pack points up after the first game. They're currently another 8,000 points ahead, even though with 2 bases in hand. So it's another 2,000 pack points there, but still 3 minutes left to go. If they are able to lock down one of the bases and stop some other teams from getting it there, they could be putting themselves so much further in front of this game.
Oh, Four Eyes getting denied over at green by Bakura. Looks like that might be Bakura setting himself up inside the box. That green base is currently down. Lots of action happening over at green, but we've also got just as much action happening over at red. Husky going for green, Lakio going for blue, and both take bases down. So Lakio and Link, oh no, we've seen a switch. So Husky and Wax over in second place now.
Only by a matter of tags though, 300 points currently separating 2nd and 3rd in this. Both of them only have 5 bases. They need to secure that 5th base there. Again, we are seeing a huge number of people over at green. That external camera there, you can see on the right hand side of the external camera, that is actually the outside of the right hand door on the internal camera there.
Looks like that's Four Eyes going for green inside the box and secures.
Lakio just missing out and picking up that denial there. Charging it on the inside there.
Yeah. And just on that external camera for our viewers at home, that corridor that leads to the left, that goes straight back into blue base.
That connects, that console that you can see there on the left-hand side of that external camera is mirrored on the right-hand side of the external camera outside blue, as we saw earlier.
Wooldot's over in red base at the moment, trying for red, and secures red base. Pushes the blue team into 7th position, and unfortunately, Dan and Gunnar are still a bit behind.
Blue is where the action's going to be for the moment. Someone on the inside taking that out.
That was Gustus.
locking that down there fairly cleanly there with the amount of traffic on there.
Interesting there. We actually saw, I believe that was Dark Passion in red base, just looking at the wrong door, and one of the blue players, either Walder or Falcon, just coming in and quickly taking him out from that last bookend. Here comes Falcon trying to steal red base and takes it. So it looks like Walder actually offered some support there as well, shooting at that player from the back door as he tried to come in for the denial.
With 30 seconds left in this game here, we don't have any teams sitting on 6 bases. Commentator Curse strikes there, and Link ends up taking that 6th
Link
base.
and Lakio grabbing their 6th base. Potato and Stalker also currently on 6 bases. Husky, this could make a bit of a difference. Walt pushed them up into 2nd place.
Oh,
no!
2-shot denied there by
Denied by Stalker.
Wow, Stalker and Potato sitting 2nd and 1st in the game on the individual scores there. They're having an absolute killer.
Oh, just absolutely fantastic play there by Stalker and Potato. Game is over. We will be going radio silent, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, and here we go for game number 2.
Three? Game 3.
Oh my gosh. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Absolutely. Now, I was just doing some statistics and having a look at the history of these players. Double denies. Falcon and Gustus both being denied on that early start. We're being told that the outside scoreboard is on. If it is not, please let us know in the chat, and we will do our best to fix it back up again. But if it is working, then it should be fine. So I was looking through some statistics in terms of the players and their trophies. 4 of these teams have placed in doubles before with their partners, and there are only 4 players out of the 16 in there that do not have a doubles trophy. Those players, Falcon and Link, playing with Wooldot and Lakio, but also our current leaders, Potato and Stalker. I believe this is their first final.
It's their first finals.
Their first finals, so they obviously don't have any trophies to their names. But if the games continue the way they're going, they're going to take out first place doubles.
Absolutely. Which will be a great boom for the young kids from the Sunshine Coast. As Link secures blue base, so purple, cyan, yellow, and pink have all secured bases in this early stage. Husky and Wax, they've opened up the chamber, and they are going for it at the moment.
Sorry, I believe... Oh, wait, hang on. I think Lakio and Link did end up winning together last year. I'm not 100% sure about that. They had a silly name that doesn't have their alias there, but Bakura also missing out, but Gustus has a trophy there. Husky and Wax, 3 bases in a minute and a half.
It's a great start for them. Now, if they can keep this up, they can keep a hold of the first place. If they can do a back-to-back game, drop one of those really poor games that they had, they could be right back in this.
If you can bring up red base for us there, we can actually see them holding the inside of that base there.
No, absolutely. So, Potato and Stalker off to a bit of a slower start this game as Four Eyes goes for red.
And takes that.
Lots of action happening over at red. There is someone set up in blue base. Falcon's in green, but lots of players around him. Falcon sneaks in that green base. We do have a team setting up in blue. And by the looks of it, this might be a freebie.
Wow, incredible.
That's Hybrid. And Hybrid scores a freebie.
Wow. That's incredible. There's so much action going on here in green at the moment. The players are changing positions so fast.
That's Dark Passion in the box there. Gets tagged out. That's Potato in the bottom right corner there.
Falcon knowing exactly where he is.
And Falcon gets tagged out. Dark Passion back in there again.
On there. Taking that. Excellently covering
well
himself.
done.
Or was that Bakura?
That was Bakura, actually.
Sorry, Bakura. They look kind of similar from the top.
They do. Wax also securing a base in that exchange. And Rogue has actually secured blue base during that as well.
So Hybrid and Rogue managing to get the blue base there for free, leaving out there. So now blue base is empty. Who is the first to others? A team that has just made their way over there to pick that up.
Absolutely. So our current leaders sitting in 5th place at the moment. But they really haven't had a bad game yet. So they can probably afford to drop this game as long as they have a cracker of a final game. Do you think that maybe the teams left them alone the first 2 games, putting them in as underdogs, but then some of the higher placed teams have gone, oh, hang on, there's something going on with these two and we need to be a bit more aware of them?
I think so. I do think that they are probably, a lot of the players there, as I said, they are the only team in there that no players have trophies on. So people might be looking in there and be like, these are all trophy winners, these guys are much less of a threat, and then left them alone. And then they've got all of their bases in the first 2 games, and they start seeing them getting pack points. Then they've gone, oh bugger, they are probably winning there. We shouldn't have left them alone for such a long time.
No, absolutely. As looks like it's only Husky that needs his base. We're approaching the halfway mark of the game. This Landstalker going for base. Now here comes Husky. If he gets this, this will be huge. And Husky secures the base. The purple team have now got all 6 and the closest team to them have only got 3.
Link just picking up that green base there as well, putting them up to 3 bases as well. But they have a 10,000 point lead there at the moment with 3 bases in hand. They already have a pack point lead there over second place, and they are just going to accelerate. They're just going to do as much as they can to earn as many pack points as they can to try and make up for those missing bases in those earlier games.
No, absolutely. As Bakura takes red base right at the end there. Lots of action happening over at blue base. We see the green team, I believe that's Falcon. Looks like he's just trying to clear out that blue. Falcon going for blue.
Taking that. Oh, and 2 people running in either side there.
Yes.
Oh, he took it.
Well done to Falcon. That was a fantastic base take. A bit of a clutch play.
Bulldog coming in that back side there, the right-hand side of our camera, to protect his teammate there as well, taking a couple of tags. Hybrid sitting inside the box in green there. Rogue standing upside that back door there, and Hybrid taking that base there.
Well played there by Hybrid. And Gus has snuck in a red base there as well. So all 3 bases going down in that exchange. Dark Passion a bit unlucky there at green, unfortunately getting pinned inside of green base. Could not move while Hybrid got that base. So he also got tagged as he exited the base as well. You cannot tag another player until you exit the base after being tagged inside.
That is one of the things about doubles games, is they are extremely high traffic.
And Husky making his presence felt, getting up a denial as Dark Passion picks up a base as well. Hybrid going for base number 4 and gets the 4th base for red team.
Quick back-to-back bases there from Hybrid. Rogue does still need 2 bases, but they are set up inside red there. If they're able to hold that there for that 30 seconds there, they will pick up another base there and be very close.
Husky denying Gustus. The Wolfpack boys are really just going for it at the moment.
We can see Bakura out there at the external camera outside blue. It looks like blue base is currently empty. There's no one on the inside there. We see 1 player running inside and realizing it's empty there.
Link grabbing red base. Gustus going for blue. And Gustus secures the blue base.
Tagging 3 players while he's shooting the base there as well. That's really what you need to be able to do here in doubles. You need to be able to make sure you are covering yourself through those bases there. You don't have the support of, up to the 5 players that you have in our team's game. You do need to make sure that you are able to cover yourself from at least one side of these doors.
Absolutely. And Four Eyes also managing to pick up a base in the last 10 seconds as well. As we have a look at the chaos that is green base. But Lakeo is over in red. And Lakeo, not quite enough to push them up into second place just yet. As Dark Passion picks up the blue.
All the actions on green at the moment there. Lakeo, you can see in that bottom door there on the left-hand side of the green base camera. Waiting to spawn inside the empty base. And immediately starts shooting it there.
Lakeo at green.
And
Lakeo!
As I was saying before, hiding down in that corner there is providing him enough cover from someone coming in that right-hand side door there, that he's able to successfully put in his 3rd shot, even though the player was up on the inside.
Rogue going for red. Rogue securing red. Will Four Eyes get blue? And Four Eyes secures blue base. Now, it's actually going to be really critical for Orange to get their final base. That'll make their average score a lot higher than what it already is, pushing them up into 3rd place over 4th. So this will be interesting to see if they can sneak Dark Passion their final base.
We've seen a lot more teams finishing with 6 bases in this. Rogue just picking up his green base there now. So we currently have 4 teams that have taken 6 bases. I'm not 100% sure. My memory is not all that great, but I believe we only had the 1 team with Potato and Stalker picking up 6 bases in the previous game.
Absolutely. As Dark Passion finishes off his base, we have 5 teams that have all 6 bases now. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you to Nico MC for donating the 21 bits and going for Bakura.
Potato and Stalker won the first 2 games, currently sitting on 17,000 points with 3 bases there.
Well, gonna open his account. He does. Pushes Waldot and Falcon into last place.
But the interesting thing there is that everyone has a drop game. I suspect that for several of those teams, they'll be counting that. When we are finishing up with the third game with those scores, we are going back to radio silence, ready for the fourth and final game of doubles finals.
Alrighty, guys, here we go for game number 4, the final games of our doubles tournament. We are underway.
Seeing some tips in the chat. Beefy saying it looks like Potato Stalker, Husky Wax, Link, Lakio being our top 3 positions at the moment. And I believe that's correct. I haven't been following along with the scores, but...
Do you think Wax is going to be really annoyed if he gets another second place trophy? He'll be so mad.
Well, he just needs to complete a teams, and he's basically got the Grand Slam of second places in a single event. That would be really upsetting.
He would be absolutely shattered if that happens. But let's get back to this game with Lakio and Link off to the early lead, with Husky and Wax not too far behind, and Potato and Stalker not far behind that. As Hybrid secures a base, Link gets his second base for the game.
Wax being one shot denied.
Oh no.
Lakio and Link out to that early 3,000 point lead there by picking up 2 bases within inside that first minute there, and they have moved over to red base now. There are plenty of teams over red, but they are able to get inside there and hold that and secure that out there. Standing tall there is Link, who is shooting the base and getting it one shot denied there by, I think, Hybrid. Potato, however, picks up one of the bases as well during that interchange. Lakio and Link back on the inside there of red base, holding that. Link ducking down in the corner, just waiting for the players to be coming through. There's plenty over on Lakio's side of the base there. Link coming across to support.
Yeah, the chat just confirming what else has Wax done this Nationals. Wax has a second place in solos, but he also has received 3rd in Lord of the Rings. So far, Wax is the top trophy taker home from this Nationals.
The other results that we have so far is Payne ended up taking out 1st place, and Husky got 3rd in Lord of the Rings. Husky got second in Lord of the Rings.
And Yor got third in solos, and Lakio got 1st. Yeah. So, but Wax, arguably the most dominating player this Nationals, appearing in all the finals. And, well, by the looks of it, may very well place in all the finals as well. As there's a bit of a scuffle around between Hybrid and Rogue, Potato and Stalker, Link and Lakio right in that mix there as well.
Stalker, though, 3 minutes into the game, he's completed his 3 bases there. Potato just need to get 2 more bases, and they will be comfortable in this game there.
Absolutely.
Picking up 6 bases in 3 of their games.
And what's good for Stalker and Potato at the moment is that it is drop your worst game. Their worst game was obviously the previous game where they finished around 5th or 6th position, but they are just dominating this game. So if they can do another dominating performance, you would imagine that they are going to easily take home the 1st place trophy for Doubles 2019. Lots of support in the chat for Wax. So Paige putting his support behind Wax, and Michelle Risk putting her support behind Wax as well.
Wax got 2nd in solos, 3rd in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he's doing absolutely fantastically well so far there. And it is, if things go well in this, he is likely to pick up another trophy as well.
And Lakio just taking a green base there as well, pushing Lakio and Link up to 1st place. Hybrid and Rogue are currently 2nd, Potato and Stalker in 3rd.
All of the action now at red base that we're seeing here with, I can't see what color player that is on the inside of red base, holding that panel, being shut out, and...
So the blue team have snuck their way in, so that's Woldot and Falcon.
Woldot holding that panel there on the the lower side, closest to the camera, while Falcon is taking it from that back corner box.
And Hybrid sneaking blue base at the same time.
So Hybrid and Rogue sitting on 5 bases in the early stage of this game there. They'll be feeling really good about that. They may, if they pack point really hard, they may be able to put themselves up there, but I don't think they are going to with having 2 games where they didn't get their 6 bases there.
Absolutely.
Link and Lakio, 21,000 points, 6 bases at the halfway point of the game there. They
don't want to let this go.
I believe they were sitting third, roughly about third. They could absolutely go on a tear here and put themselves up into second or potentially even first if Potato and Stalker don't manage to complete out their 6 bases here as Rogue and Hybrid just managed to do.
And Dan just finally putting the Cyan team on the scoreboard at that juncture as well.
If Stalker and Potato don't manage to finish their bases here, they've been flatlining for the last 2.5 minutes. They might actually drop out of the trophy winning teams. If you have 2 bad games, then you know it's really, really hard to recover from that.
No, absolutely. Gunner getting his first base of the game. That was Falcon that just got denied by Stalker as Wax secures his second base of the game.
So well done to Wax there. Michelle Risk in the chat saying Wax gets all his skills from his mum. I'm going to take a guess and say that, yes, that is Wax's mum cheering him on in the chat there.
She's actually been very active this tournament so far. It's great to see family get behind us. I know that my parents actually watch the stream as well. And it's really cool to see that support from home. So thank you very much for joining us, Michelle. As Husky, two-shot denied by Gunner. Gunner coming in for the steal and takes red base away from the boys.
That'll be really heartening there for Gunner and Dan. They haven't had a great run in finals so far. Possibly going to be in that 6, 7, 8th this position there. Haven't had a great run on finals. Gunner
going for green. No! Gets two-shot denied by Rogue. Very well done there. Chaos over in green at the moment. Looks like Bakura's set themselves up in blue. And I think that's Rogue and Hybrid maybe over in red. They've opted to try and hold red out.
Lakio is over inside the green base there. Again, he is trying to be holding those teams out there. I did see Stalker inside the green base there. So it is likely that Potato is still needing the green after Stalker has picked up 3 of his bases there.
No, absolutely. And look at the difference.
Two-shot denied by Link in green.
Absolutely. So Link and Lakio, who were up there, who you would think that they're actually going to be up there as well, they're actually on a bit of a tear at the moment. You would think that Stalker and Potato playing out on purple should be right up there as well. But they're currently getting pushed down a little bit as Potato secures the 5th base for the purple team. So those boys really do need to get a move on. Hopefully securing themselves a position.
Falcon on green. Falcon taking green base there.
Absolutely. Well done there to Falcon. And unfortunately, Four Eyes and Dark Passion not really being able to make a move on this game as Dark Passion finally grabs his first base of the game.
94 Kiloton on the chat there saying that we're just weird, the family. Again, 94 Kiloton being the parents of Weeb, the Space Junk captain as well, who's been following along as much as he can as well. So it's great to see people tuning in from all over Australia, New Zealand, and the world as well watching.
We actually had a post from our friends over in Germany during their junior league today, watching the stream because they want to show their young players what the top players in the world are doing. So thank you to our friends from Germany for tuning in as Husky secures a base there. So the Wolfpack boys have only got 1 more base to get, and if they can secure that, that will put them up into 3rd place and hopefully within striking range or potentially taking out 2nd, but they're running out of time to do it.
Potato still needs to clinch that last base there, and I suspect that if he is able to take that 6th base for his team there, they will absolutely be a trophy-winning team.
Look at the chaos in green at the moment. Gus's getting shot out from the middle there. Potato getting shot out as well.
Running into some traffic on the way in
Dan getting 1 shot denied as well by Dark Passion over at another base in the arena. Dan getting shot denied again by Husky.
There was someone, one of the earlier games, asking why there was no referee in green. I am seeing the green referee just popping out from behind that pillar there to get a better view there. You can just see that sliver of the high visibility vest. So that...
Waldot going for blue. Waldot secures a blue base right at the end there.
So that is going to do it for this game here. That is the 4th game of Grand Finals. We will be going to silence again, but we will be doing the presentations live for you in a few moments' time.
I just like yelling.
Just do that.
Alright guys, can I please have all of our finalists up the front here please? We might have to switch up a little, guys.
Switch up. What do you do with the bases?
We need a bit. Alright, are we ready to find out who won?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just wait good? Just like
A little bit of suspense. I don't know time.
Yes, the last
First. Okay, so in 8th place on 12,460 points, Dan and Gunnar. In 7th place on 15,824 points, we have Bulldot and Falcon. In 6th place on 20,092 points, we have Bakura and Costas. In 5th place, on 21,011 points, we have Four Eyes and Dark Passion. In 4th place, on 22,892, we have Hybrid and Rogue. Can I please have the last 3 doubles step forward a bit, please?
Queenslander.
In 3rd place, on 24,693, Husky and Wax. Second place with 25,959, Lakeo and Link. Congratulations to Soccer and Potato. They had a record score of 56,759. See, guys? Done. You do not want to know.
Two seasons against the
Yeah, come on in.
Just get in there, mate. That's it.
Sweet.
Well, wow.
looking
All
there.
right,
I'm
that's
looking
not
that's a
quite
bit-
working out too well.
Yeah. That's a
But
bit
we'll see if I can get the.
Oh, look, atrocious right now.
For you guys.
Oh man.
Oh, buddy.
Congratulations on winning doubles. How does it feel, guys?
Yeah.
Still trying to process it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think.
Well, last year we got round 3 and we were pretty excited. Our goal was to just make finals. We were happy with that, but yeah, we got a good 2 first games, so we just kept going.
You guys just absolutely dominated the first 2 games. You slipped up in the third, but that
Yeah.
4th game, I mean, you guys were always there anyway. You were just in control. So when did you guys feel that you needed to, like, did you guys worry about that 3rd game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
into it, we were worried, man. It was-
Yeah,
the talk around the briefing room was
We were winning,
Yeah, we
and
were.
they all knew it. So the last few games, we had Jimmy and Callum, a few other guys. They were all just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Oh no."
Falcon and Waldot.
Yeah. But yeah, they all played fantastically. It was an amazing game. Yeah.
So, did you guys have a strategy going into the game at all, or did you just go, you know what, let's just go and do our own thing and play our own game?
It was
Being
a
that you
shot
would have had the home side advantage compared to most of the other teams anyway.
one of the main things we were saying going into every game was clean bases. Clean bases.
Yeah.
Can't afford to get denied because I think that was what was going to cost us. You know, if we were spending too much time at a base, you know, our bounces needed to be on point. As soon as we see any more than 2 teams in the base, you know, we've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on your toes.
But yeah, we're just counting teams and just being like, oh, there's 3 here, let's run. Yeah, our goal is to just like get through as fast as we can, just so we can like sit on the back of them. As everyone's goal is, but whether or not it actually happens, that's a different story.
Did you end up managing to get many empty bases just you guys?
We got
Was it-
one
One out of the
empty the
entire
whole
thing.
time.
Yeah.
It was rough, man.
Because we saw a lot of empty bases in each game. There just seemed to be that always one base just didn't have anyone in it except for one team holding up. So the fact that you guys only got one empty out of that whole thing and managed to pull that off, that is just awesome. Absolutely brilliant. No. Well, we'll let you guys. You got one more question?
I know we're getting a bunch of congratulations coming through from the chat for these guys as well.
Oh, they're my boys. Yeah. Playing games with them later tonight.
Yeah, they've been following along the entire time in this chat as well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they've been supporting you the whole time through. So congratulations, guys.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Well done.
Congratulations, your first final there and your
Well
first
done.
championship.
Well
Well
done.
done.
Sweet.
Well done.
Thank you
Your
very much.
doubles champions for Sunshine Coast 2019, Potato and Stalker. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.